Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabel and this is my library. In today's video, I bring you another spooky book haul. It's October and I'm bringing you another spooky book haul. I have told you in these last couple book hauls that I've accumulated so many things that I have gotten that I haven't shown you on camera, that I've just little by little been doing these book hauls, and I still have more books. I still have more books that I need to show you. And for today's book haul, I went ahead and put together a lot of spooky books, horror books. I put together some classics. I also went ahead and put together some middle grade horror, which I love. And I did put together some murder mysteries. So, yeah, I'm excited to show you these books. I'm excited to remind myself why I loved all these books and talk to you about them and hopefully get some feedback from you guys. And you can tell me which ones I need to read right now, as in starting in November, because my October TBR, which you've already seen, is a little bit packed. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and start with Blood on Her Tongue by Joanna Van Veen. And it's this beautiful sprayed edged version of this. And I've seen this book everywhere. Everyone is talking about this. My friend Jen picked it as one of her book club selections. I've been personally wanting to get to this for a really long time, and it did take me a while to get it. And then when I finally got it, I was excited to be able to read it, but I have yet to add it to a TBR. These, again, guys, I don't know a lot about them. I'll read you a little bit of the synopsis, but knowing me, I'm going to stop halfway through because I don't like knowing too much. This says, I'm in your blood and you are in mine. I think this might be vampires because I love vampires. The Netherlands, 1887. Lucy's twin sister Sarah is unwell. She refuses to eat, mumbles nonsensically, and is increasingly obsessed with a centuries-old corpse recently discovered on her husband's grand estate. The doctor has diagnosed her with temporary insanity caused by a fever of the brain. And this is where I stop. I'm sorry, guys. I can't read more. This is so, I love this. I love everything about this. I love the time period. It's giving me a little bit of a Dowry of Blood vibes. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the cover or the language, or that it's in the 1800s. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's giving me those vibes. And this cover is simply stunning. So yeah, hopefully I can get to it soon. Next, I went ahead and got The Dismembered by Jonathan Jans. And I have read from this author before. I think on my Kindle I've read something by this author. I can't remember what. And it says, young lovers trapped in a nightmare of terror and obsession. And I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but I want you to see how beautifully gothic. It's like a gothic romance cover, which I love. Look how beautiful that cover is. So this says, in the spring of 1912, American writer Arthur Pierce is reeling from the wounds inflicted by a disastrous marriage. But his plans to travel abroad, write a new novel, and forget about his ex-wife are interrupted by a lovely young woman he encounters on a London-bound train. Her name is Sarah Coyle, and the tale she tells him chills his bones. Yeah, that's all I'm going to read. I hope this is very gothic, and there's elements of a gothic romance here. This is stunning. Love this cover. So next, I went ahead and picked up D7 by Philip Fracassi. I believe that's how you say his name. This author, I have quite a few of his books. I know he's very loved in the horror community. This is a short novella, and I'm actually tempted to bump this into my October TBR just in case I end up doing that little horror novella vlog that I have planned. I might add this to there, guys. The back, it's a very short synopsis. It says, together they walk into the bar, into the light, into the music. Behind them, the door swings silently closed and locks. This is like a jukebox. I don't know. I don't know anything else about this. I don't even remember where I saw this pitched first or who was talking about it, but it became something I was interested in. I ordered it, and I think I'm gonna add it, guys, to that vlog. If I end up recording that in this month of October, I'm going to add this to there. All right. Next is what I know to be a very beloved book in the horror community. I've been wanting to read this forever and I haven't gotten to it, and that is The Silent Companions by Laura Purcell or Purcell. I've heard so many people talking about this. People absolutely love this book, and I have yet to read it. And I ended up picking it up on a whim. I thought I owned it. And then one day I wanted to read it, and then I looked for it and I didn't have it. And eventually that's how I got my hands on it. Okay, this says, when newly widowed, Elsie is sent to see out her pregnancy at her late husband's crumbling country estate. What greets her is far from the life of luxury she expected when she married the young heir just weeks before. With her new servants resentful and the local villagers actively hostile, Elsie has only her husband's awkward cousin for company, or so she thinks. Inside her new home lies a locked door, behind which is a painted wooden figure, a silent companion, that bears a striking resemblance to Elsie herself. The residents of the bridge are terrified of the figure, but Elsie tries to shrug this off as simple superstition. That is until she notices the figure's eyes following her. So this is like a creepy doll thing? Is that what the silent companion is? Oh my gosh, this looks so good. So good. I'm glad I finally have it. Next, I went ahead and picked up Coffin Moon by Keith Rawson. And this is the author of Fever House, which I have been meaning to get. I don't have that yet, but I've been meaning to grab this. It's the winter of 1975, and Portland, Oregon is all sleet and neon. Dwayne Miner is back home after a tour in Vietnam, a bartender just trying to stay sober, save his marriage with his wife Heidi, and connect with his 13-year-old niece Julia. Now that he's responsible for raising her, things aren't easy, but Miner is scraping by. Then a vampire walks into his bar and ruins his life. There's more, but I'm not going to read anymore. So cool, guys. I didn't remember that this was a vampire story. It was an aardvark selection a month or two back. I don't remember, but I knew it was like something I'd be interested in. But now that I know it's vampires, I'm all in. I love a good vampire story. I haven't seen much of this though. I haven't really been hearing people talking about it. I'm interested in knowing. And of course, I don't want to repeat this after every single thing that I show you, but anything that I mentioned in this video, if you've read it, if you own it, if you want to read it, if it's on your radar, if you've heard a couple things about it, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to do a buddy read on any of these, let me know. I am always looking for people to partner up and read books with. So if you want to do a buddy read with me of any of these, let me know. I would love to do that. Okay, so this one is called Ghostland by Duncan Ralston, and this appears to be part of a series, book one in the Ghostland trilogy. And this says, people are dying to get in. The ghosts will kill to get out. Be first in line for the most haunted theme park in the world, Ghostland. Discover and explore hundreds of haunted buildings and cursed objects. Witness spectral images of all kinds with augmented reality glasses. Experience all the terror and thrills the afterlife has to offer. Safely protected by a recurrence field technology. Visit Ghostland today. It's the most haunted of places on earth. Okay, so I guess this is like a spooky theme park that uses like technology. I'm thinking that this is where it's going. I know I got this because of the theme park element. I love theme parks and I love anything that takes place in a fair or in a theme park, a carnival kind of setting. So yeah, I'm just interested that it's book one. So I'm guessing there's more to come, or maybe they've already been released. I'm not really sure. Okay. I don't remember this one too much. I think it's because the one that I saw had a different cover, if I'm not mistaken. I think I had seen another cover for this online. I think that's why it doesn't look familiar to me. So continuing with more of these horror books, we have The Black Farm by Elias Witherow. And I'm pretty sure, I think this is about a wife and a husband who lose their baby. I don't think I want to read it because I remember. I think this is about a couple that loses their baby, or their baby dies, and then they go, no, or maybe the wife dies. No, after the loss of a child, along with a slew of agonizing misfortunes, Nick and Jess decide to end their lives. Okay, so they end their lives. But when Nick wakes up, he soon realizes that death isn't the gentle darkness he expected. Panicked and horrified, he struggles to understand the twisted abominations and hellish world he's now trapped in. So they do end their lives after the loss of their child, and I think they're trapped in like this hell kind of place. So I've heard this one is very spooky, very gruesome. Lots of positive reviews for this one online. I had been meaning to pick this up for a while and I finally got it. So yeah, that one sounds really interesting. Next, I have this collection of short stories, The Haunting Season, Ghostly Tales for Long Winter Nights. I believe I have another one or two of the books from this collection. And I'm going to save this one. I don't know if this is the Christmassy one, The Haunting Season, Winter Nights. Yeah, so I might save this one for Christmas time, I think, but I love a good anthology of scary stories or ghostly stories. And I know this is like a full series, and I think they have different seasons for them. So I'm gonna look for my other ones and see if this one really is the winter one, and I'll save this one for that Christmas vlog that I want to do for winter time. All right, next we have Five Found Dead by Sulari Gentile. And I have read from Sulari Gentile before. I did read The Woman in the Library. That was a book that I was so excited for. I ended up liking it, but not loving it. And I want to keep giving Sulari Gentile a shot. I know she's pretty prolific, which I did not know up until recently, actually. So she does have quite a few books. And I find that the premise of all her books is what gets me. Like, I feel like all her books sound very interesting. So let's see. This one, it says, on a train, there are only so many places to hide. Crime fiction author Joe Penvale has won the most brutal battle of his life. Now that he has finished his intense medical treatment, he and his twin sister Meredith are boarding the glorious Orient Express in Paris. I love trains. I love books that take place in trains, so love this. Hoping for some much needed rest and rejuvenation, Meredith also hopes that the literary ghosts on the train will nudge Joe's muse awake, and he'll be inspired to write again. And he is, after their first evening spent getting to know some of their fellow travelers. Joe pulls out his laptop and opens a new document. Seems like this trip is just what the doctor ordered. Okay, I don't think I want to read anything else. So apparently something happens in the train ride and people die, and then we have to figure out who done it. So that's really all I'm going to kind of read for this one. I'm sure it has all the Agatha Christie vibes, which is what I love. Um, I also have her other book, The Mystery Writer, that I've been meaning to get to. So those two, that this one and that one are two that I want to get to by this author. It sounds really good. All right, so my next book that I picked up is called A Most Puzzling Murder by Bianca Marais. And this one says, how do you solve a murder that hasn't happened yet? Destiny Whip is a former child prodigy, world renowned enigmatologist, and very, very alone. A life filled with loss has made her a recluse, an existence she's content to endure until a letter arrives inviting her to interview for the position of the Scruffmore family historian. Not only does an internet search for the name yield almost nothing, it's a role she never applied for in the first place. She decodes the invitation's hidden message with ease, and its promise to reveal her family's secrets proves too powerful a draw for the orphan Destiny. Okay, yeah, I don't wanna read anymore. So this is like a murder mystery. She gets invited to this house. Um this looks really interesting, actually. It's filled with riddles and puzzles that she must solve. So yeah, the only thing is this one's pretty daunting, and it's not mixed media, so it's yeah. And this one's pretty lengthy, but it looks and sounds so good. I again have not really. I don't know where I picked this up or where I found out about this, but I haven't really seen anyone talking about it. Let me know. Let me know if you've heard people talking about this. So then I went ahead and also picked up When Sally Killed Harry. Dark and funny. This is not a love story. This is a rom-com gone rogue by Lucy Roth. So it says, say hello to Sally. This is the story of how I killed Harry Collins, destined to be the great love of my life. Until one day I woke up in the Big Apple with the world's worst hangover, an empty bank account, and the sinking feeling that my life just nosedived. How it happened is a blur, but one thing is clear. I've been swindled and I'm not happy about it. Okay, I think that's all I want to read. I love books that have this kind of vibe. Books that are kind of cozy and funny, but still have murder mystery elements to them. I really like it. I picked this up because this was one of the recommendations from that TBR recommendation subscription that I have. They did recommend this to me, and so I did get it, and I do plan on reading it, and I am excited. All right, next we have The Traitors. Someone is an imposter. All of them are traitors. Who will survive the night? This is by C.A. Lynch. I don't remember where I saw this, but I love like the spooky kind of mansion. I love that it's called Traitors. I love the TV show Traitors. So let's see. It says, you are cordially invited to Beechwood Castle for a night you'll never forget. 6 people find a thick cream envelope on their doorstep. Say no more. Say no more. I love it. Inside is an invitation to spend 24 hours in a crumbling manor house and be in with a chance to win a portion of $1 million. The catch? Beechwood Castle was the site of one of the most horrific murders in modern history. That's all I'm going to read. I can't wait to get to this. Hello. More books with the tropes that I love. Mysterious invitation. Heading to a haunted house, castle, hotel, insert place here. People start dying. You gotta figure out who done it. I love these books. I can't get enough of them. Give me all of them. Next, we have Honeysuckle and Bone. Look how beautiful that cover is. By Trisha Tobias. And I think this takes place in Jamaica, if I remember correctly. On the run from her own dark secrets, a teen girl becomes the nanny for a prestigious family on her Jamaican estate, where she quickly discovers even paradise may be haunted. Okay, so I love that whole trope of a nanny who goes to take care of kids or becomes a governess, and the house is haunted, or the kids are like demonic or possessed or something like that. I love it. I don't want to read anymore. Sounds great. Can't wait to get to it. And the thing is, I can't wait to get to it, but I have to. I have to wait because there's so many things that that I have to read. Okay, so next, this one looks so good too. You're Always Welcome at the Blood Ridge Motel by J. Hunter Richardson. This is a stunning cover. Kind of reminds me of the Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. I think that's the author of that. I love that book, by the way. That is a great book if you haven't read that. Okay, this says Midnight Check-ins, Disturbing Bloodstains. A family with a standing reservation for over a century. There are a few things you may deal with when burdened with inheriting a motel. Every 2 years, a family of 7 check in to the remote Bloodrich Motel, situated along a highway known for its haunting history of disappearances and murder. The mountaintop lodging borders a national park dedicated to a labyrinth of mysterious caverns. Yeah, see, I don't want to read anymore. Look how cool this little map thing is in the back. So yeah, apparently this is like taking place in a haunted like motel where people go missing or something like that. And this seems really, really good. I don't know where I heard about this, um, or why it came into my radar. I don't know, but it seems really good, right? So I went ahead and picked up 2 more Shirley Jackson books. As you guys know, I am a big, big fan of Shirley Jackson. I picked up these beautiful Penguin editions, and this is Hangsaman and the Bird's Nest. So these are 2 that I have not read actually. I've heard great things. I haven't read either of these, and I'm trying to read all of Shirley Jackson's oeuvre. Like, I'm trying to really do some studying, further studying of Shirley Jackson's works. I'm very familiar with a lot of her short stories, very familiar with The Haunting of Hill House, and We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Those are 2 that I've read so many times in my life, and I've taught them and I've researched them. But I want to go more deeply into her other lesser known works and read them. And yeah, I'm excited to have added these to my collection and continue studying Shirley Jackson's works. Let me know if you've read those and which one is your favorite, if you have a favorite Shirley Jackson. So now I'm going to show you these middle grade ones. So I got these 5 middle grade books. I got The House at the Edge of Magic, and I love these sprayed edges. Look how beautiful that is. So this one is A Witch is Cursed, A Hidden Treasure, A Wizard in Fluffy Slippers. I don't know how much you guys know about this, how much you watch my channel, but I do love, love, love um spooky middle grade horror. I love middle grade horror, spooky books. They're so comforting for me. Like, these are very cozy for me. I also picked up Dreadful by Caitlin Rosakis, I think it is. And this is again another one with an evil wizard and a magician. So these are like magic wizard fantasy like. Then we have these 2 Monster Street books, Monster Street the Halloweeners and Monster Street the Boy Who Cried Werewolf. And both of these are blurbed by R.L. Stein, so I like that. And I think they're very reminiscent of Goosebumps, and I love them. Look how cute this artwork is with this like little haunted house and the little trick-or-treaters. I really like it. So yeah, I don't know if there's more in the series. I'm not really sure how I got these or where I picked them up, but I'm excited to check them out. And then I also got Wretched Water Park by Kirsten White. I am a big fan of Kirsten White, actually. One of my favorite books of hers is Hide. I know that book was not people's favorite. I know it has very low ratings, but it's such a good book. I loved it. It takes place in an amusement park, and it has a lot of the tropes that I love, and I thought it was so well written, and I was very invested. I really like that book. So I like her since I've read from her before. And I'm not sure how much of her middle grade I've read though, maybe 1 or 2 things. And this is like a mystery. Can Theo and Alexander solve a most mysterious mystery? So this is just a good old fashioned like mystery. And I believe it's a series. Yeah, this is book 1 in a series. So hopefully I read it and I like it and I can continue in the series. Speaking of series, I went ahead and picked up. The Marlowe Murder Club, along with The Queen of Poisons and Death Comes to Marlowe. All of them by Robert Thorogood, and I think this is the first one. Yeah, and one of these is book 2 and the other is book 3 in this series. And this is a murder mystery, I know that. And I know people like these. It's often compared to the works of Janice Hallett, and it has some comparisons to Agatha Christie works. I'm eager to read these. I've heard mixed things, I think, about this series. I know some people really love this series, but I know other people have been kind of disappointed with the series. So I want to start them. I might do like a vlog where I do the series. I'm tempted to do that. So if you read them, let me know. I would love to know your opinions on that. And then I did pick up three of these. And these are kind of like paperbacks from hell kind of books. This one is When Darkness Loves Us, and this is a Barnes and Noble exclusive edition. This is by Elizabeth Engstrom. They're all horror. This one says Sally, Anna, and Martha, two women searching for love, finding terror. During a terrible storm, a gentle childhood is destroyed by a twisted man who promises love but delivers nightmare. So I think it's kind of gothic-y and like gothic romance maybe. And then these other two, I know this one is a collection of short stories. It's Doors of Darkness, and this reminds me of Tales from the Dark Side or Tales from the Crypt that I was such a fan of when I was a little kid. Yeah, it's just a compilation of scary stories. And I got them with the bookmarks. I did order these from the publisher, and they did come with these very cool bookmarks. Here's for that other book. I did, I think, pre-order one of these. I don't remember which one it was. Maybe it was Dolls in the Attic that I pre-ordered. And it says, up, tucked away in an attic, found upon an inheritance, aristocratic, were several porcelain dolls. Their stories untold were within these walls, carried away by auctioneer, each one with a haunting, evil sneer. So these are like more deadly dolls, like the Silent Companion. And yeah, it's those three. And then the last thing that I hauled that I want to show you, I had pre-ordered this. It finally came in, and I'm excited to have it. And it is the sticker treasury of ghosts and dark curiosities. And you guys know how much I love a good spooky sticker book. These guys are stunning. Um, if you follow my channel, you know that I talk a lot about these in my channel. I actually have an entire video where I do a sticker book haul, and these are just like such beautiful stickers. Like for example, this is an entire sticker. Like this whole page is a sticker, and look at the detail on that. And so we have stickers of different sizes, different shapes. They're really good quality, guys. I pre-order a lot of these simply because I know I'm going to love them, and I do use them a lot in my reading journal. Look at this. It looks almost like one of those like paintings, right? Like look at that. And it's just such good quality. And they have different types of like poster ones and objects. This is beautiful. And yeah, I'm excited to have it. It says a compendium of ghosts and dark curiosities for sticker lovers. And I will point you, I'll link down below that video that I have because if you're a big sticker person, I do have a lot of sticker, stationery kind of content on my channel as well because it's another one of my hobbies. And I do have a reading journal I'm very passionate about, and I connect a lot of my hobbies together. So I love my decorating, and I love my reading, and I love my tracking and all of that. So I kind of do that. So I'll link that down below. But I'm excited. This pre-order came in. And it's like perfect timing because it's October, and I was able to get that in a couple days ago. So that completes my book haul. I have a lot more to show you and haul, but I want to limit these to, a few books, 30 or so it's more manageable. And it gives me something to look forward to in addition to all the other content I'm filming. I can continue diving through these books that I've hauled that are now making their way onto my shelves, which are getting pretty packed. Just like I'm doing a book haul, I will be doing an unhauling very soon. Unhauling books that I haven't enjoyed or that I no longer feel the need to have or that I've upgraded to like a different version of it that now I want to keep. So that will be coming up soon. But yeah, this was my spooky book haul that I wanted to share with you. There are a ton of other spooky book hauls on my channel. I can link those down below so you can watch them. And I would love to know, are there any books that you are looking to buy? Did any of these strike your fancy, and do you want to pick some of these up? Have you read any of these? Do I need to prioritize and read some of them? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. I look forward to more spooky content this month of October, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!